Today we're going to practice doing a body scan. Whatever you call it, it's a way for tuning in and noticing what you've got going on and perhaps what needs help today. Now, one of the first things that gets in the way is all of the stuff that's going on. How your day has been, the stories that are running in your head, the beliefs that are controlling the show. A lot of our energy is directed into the future or into the past, and that makes it very difficult to be in the present. You can do this sitting at a desk, sitting on the floor, lying on the floor. I'm going to give directions assuming that you are sitting on the floor, but feel free to do this however you like. When you're there, close your eyes and start to notice how you are sitting. Notice how you are breathing. Sitting or standing takes a lot of tension and can make it difficult to breathe. Notice how those two interact. Do you feel a tension in your breathing? Can you shift how you sit to make that a little bit easier? That would tend to look like a little bit more balanced on your pelvis, a little bit more up and down in your spine, vertically balanced in your spine. Now, I spoke to, a moment ago, the things that we're caught up in during the day. So before we start tuning further into our bodies, take a moment and notice, where is your energy? Where are your thoughts? Are you focused on your list of things to do? On how tough it all is? There's usually some sort of story operating that's getting in the way. You'll stay stuck in that for a while until you recognize it. For me, it's often one of, I have too many things to do, and I don't know how to do them, and I don't have enough support in them. I spend a lot of time trying to just do it anyway. But it's not until I take a moment and pause and actually allow myself to feel a bit sorry for myself that I start to settle out of that. Now, that might seem odd because our society has so much talk about keeping positive and staying strong that to admit you're not exactly feeling like that seems like a failure. But it is not. You are human. You are a mammal. You have a right and a need to defend yourself from the assaults of everyday interactions, from the expectations that get placed on you. So whatever your story is that you've got going on, whatever you tend to get caught up in, take a moment and feel that. It might show up as a tension in your shoulders because of all that weight that you're carrying around on them. It might show up in a gripping or gritting of your teeth and your jaw, a clenching. Either holding something back, biting something back, or a desire to bite. It might show up in your hands, a tension there where you want to strangle something or rip something. Or punch. It might show up in anxiety, in your gut. We have these expressions for a reason. These phrases key us in to what the emotional, energetic component of our experience is. They are physical sensations that actually have subconscious meaning. Most of us are engaged in a day-to-day struggle to not feel those things. But it is only when we tune into and allow them to be felt that they start to unlock. Feelings and emotion and tensions are information. This information is vital for your best, healthiest self. We don't want to get caught in them. We don't want to get stuck there, but trying not to feel them, trying to overcome them is how you get stuck there. It is in the feeling and recognizing and allowing them to move through you that they start to move on. No need to go looking for any of these, no need to create a story that isn't there. But be aware, be able, be willing to notice what is there. One way that I like to put it, most of us are trying to fix what we feel. Please, instead, can we start to admit what it is that we feel? It's a much healthier way to be. So now that you've taken a moment to tune into that, it helps to admit it inside. It helps to exaggerate it inside. Whatever the feeling is that you're feeling, let it get bigger. Let it have a presence. Let it have a space in your being. Admit what it is. For me, I usually have to, as I said before, feel sorry for myself before I can move on. Allow that to exist. You have the right to this experience. Now, if that directs you to an immediate need, good, you've got your information. There might be a situation you need to handle, something you need to say or do. I would advise you to be about that. But if there's not, if simply acknowledging the feeling has allowed it to pass, then you are probably starting to notice a difference in how you are feeling. You are probably starting to feel more centered, is what we call that. From here, I'd like you to bring your attention back to your physical body again. I'd like you to start to notice the shape and the space and the tensions of it. You might start with your head. Most of us are in our heads. It's where we spend all of our day, all of our energy. And you're welcome to do so. This time, however, I'm going to speak to starting from your seat, or if your feet are on the floor, your feet. Whatever is on the floor, this is your support. Many of us, as I said, are in our heads, not in our bottoms. That means we have an unaware relationship with support, a precarious relationship with support, and that leads to necessary extra tension. So please bring your awareness, your energy, your attention into whatever it is that's contacting the floor. Feel for how you contact the floor. Are you balanced? Even? Lopsided? Can you settle a bit more stably onto the floor or the chair? Can you breathe in your pelvis, your feet, your legs? What are the size, shape, and space of those parts of you? From front to back, left to right, top to bottom. Is there a twist, an unevenness, a tension, perhaps an emotion? How does the rest of your body respond as you settle more into your support, into your base? Now, if you would move a bit higher up into your abdomen, your lower to middle back, what sorts of tensions and shapes are there? Can your abdomen and your lower and middle back settle more onto your support, onto your pelvis, or onto the floor if you're lying down? Can this area be held with a little bit less tension? How does your breath feel? Is it constricted? Is it lopsided? Or is it full? Front to back and side to side. And can you notice the space of your chest, your upper torso? What is the size and shape from front to back, left to right, and top to bottom? How does your breath move through your ribcage? How does your spine sit within that? As we do this, take note of any areas that are having difficulty. Anything that is in pain or excess tension or any other sensation. For now, move on up to your shoulders and your neck. How are they sitting on top of the things below them? Many people have a lot of difficulty in their shoulders, so much so that their arms cannot hang by their sides comfortably, and we must stick them in pockets. Well, the hands, not the shoulders. Try rolling your shoulders, shrugging them up, rolling them back, and then letting them drop. What sense of space, of shape, of structure do you get there? Many people's shoulders are uneven. One is higher than the other, one is further forward than the other. Most people's shoulders are pulled forward, both of them. This then often creates a pull on the neck. How is your neck doing? Perhaps it's pulled forward at its base and jammed backwards at the top with where your head sits. Perhaps your neck is twisted or tilted. What is the size and shape and space of your neck? What sort of structure does it make if you were to draw a picture? And how does your head sit upon that? Is it even well balanced? Or is it perhaps tilted and jammed? Twisted on its base? Connective tissue, fascial tissue structures that encompass everything also reach up into your head, your cranium. They shape how your jaw is pulled, how your ears are situated, how your neck sits upon your head, and the internal central nervous system structures. What is the size and shape and space of your head? Feel for the external, your jaw, your cheekbones, your ears, but also feel for the internal. Trust what you feel. Any sensation that you notice is information. And you can gain an awareness of how things are working in there. Can you breathe inside your head? Can you breathe inside your eyes? Now, wherever your attention has been drawn, or has been most been caught, try shifting a little bit there. Try moving a little bit. Smaller movements, bigger movements, deliberate movements. What more does this help you notice about the shape and size and space of your structure, of your body? Now come back to stillness. Simply breathe in all of that space that you are. And with no need for any particular answer, don't censor yourself here. Where do you most need help? Trust what you feel.